Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your October 2022 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on really briefly this month to talk to you about your month ahead. I hope you're all doing really well. In this reading, I will be doing some intuitive messages followed by a week-to-week tarot forecast and an extended reading on Patreon. Yes, okay, Aquarius. So, month of October 2022 for you, try to treasure the things that are already working for you in your life. I think that people are very quick to be looking to the next horizon, really quick to be thinking, how could I do better? Really quick to be thinking, what more is there out there for me? And I have certainly learned that one has to really also take into account what they already have and how they can treasure that and value that here. So there is a value crisis coming up for your sign as Saturn goes direct in your sign. We are facing the last bit of Saturn in Aquarius now throughout October. And I feel that your guides are coming in this month to tell you that you already have a lot of what you need. You already have some really beautiful things. Try to not worry too much about what you don't have. Instead, try to face what you do. This is an important time of testing when it comes to what you do have and the degree to which you feel like you are not satisfied or are satisfied with that. Nonetheless, Aquarius, in the month of October, you will be growing something totally new. Okay, so new things are coming in, but it doesn't come so much through striving for those new things. It comes through treasuring what you already have. And they just start to grow, or it just starts to alchemize. Also, there is a lot of hope for you this month in focusing on your health, rebalancing hormones, rebalancing any type of emotional stimulus that you have in your life, choosing what you are exposing yourself to instead of being chosen by those things. So watch out for any type of destructive or violent media this month. It is an important time to remember love and to remember harmony for you. Okay, let's talk about this week to week. Week number 1, Aquarius, justice rooted down by the 8 of Swords. Okay, Aquarius. You are going to be tested in the first week of the month regarding how you are remaining bound to something, the nature of commitments, the nature of also commitments that have become not just commitments, but have really become like negative contracts, okay? So you want to really watch out for contracts in the first week of the month. Make sure you're reading those contracts through. Make sure you're really paying attention to what types of contracts you are signing or what you're signing yourself up for in any way, as there is a rebalancing. The Temperance and the Justice card coming up together says all around rebalancing for you this month. And I want you guys to stay safe and secure as you go through that process. Also, it's going to be very easy in the first week for you to rebalance commitments. But it's also going to be a time where you won't be able to cover your eyes, or you won't be able to hide from the negatives of the commitments in your life as well. So commitments really come up to be refocused here in the first week of October. Week 2, you have the 5 of Cups rooted down by the Temperance card. Okay, so you don't feel okay with the way that certain things are or are not in balance right now. So the current status of your health, the current status of health of loved ones, the way that even affairs have been managed, or the way that things have been balanced in different ways is something that may not be satisfactory to you now. So you have to really think about what is a better way to rebuild these things from the ground up. Also, what is a better way to further energize the things in my life which are lacking energy. So what's lacking energy is which sector of your life might be disenergized, and how can you avoid or live or exist in a way that these things do not come to this point again. Will be important for this month. So if you have any types of experiences like a death in the family, like I've been going through, you have to really think about, like, in the future, how can you be more prepared for these things? Or how can you, I mean, nobody can really be prepared for the death or death archetype, can they? But yes, you are definitely coming to a place, I think, where the way in which things end, or the way in which things kind of come out of balance or go back into balance, becomes really monumental for you. So you're maybe not accepting that things just aren't okay. Like you want things to not maybe be in this situation again, or you want to be able to face things more wholesomely. Week number 3, you have the Ace of Pentacles reversed, rooted down by the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so you are having a total turnaround when it comes to career and when it comes to what you're growing in your life. The Ace of Pentacles reversed is the release of something that has been growing. So some of you might be relinquishing a certain job or a certain previous entitlement that you've had, and you might be moving to favor a smaller, more toned down, more reduced way of making income for some of you, or for others of you. It's also like gardening. So what are you gardening in your life? What are you growing? It might need to be smaller, or it might need to be more refined or condensed instead of so big. Again, the Ace of Pentacles is like a really big new growth, and that's in reverse. So maybe this isn't a time where you need the really big new growth. Maybe this is more of a time where you need to take on something new, or you need a smaller, less over the top situation to be facing. Okay, sometimes like a huge sudden growth can actually be not the best thing, or not well timed, because we have to then be able to manage that growth, and we have to be able to make room for that. And I feel that this is a time where it's almost nicer to just foster this smaller sense of well-being, and then prepare for a greater growth in the oncoming times. Week number 4, Aquarius, you have the Four of Wands rooted down by the Five of Swords reversed. So there is a celebration for you coming in the 4th week. Some of you have finally overcome some type of negative competitive energy. So people trying to take advantage of you in the workplace, people trying to maybe gain hierarchy over you or through you, I think will come to an end. And you will be facing a lot more accolades or rewards or even certification. I feel that some of you might be having some type of promotion, graduation, or level up by the end of the month, and it's going to feel so good, as any detractors that you've had, or anybody who hasn't been favoring you for this elevation, will not be successful, or will not be able to prevent that elevation that you're having. So you essentially get to have an elevation at the end of the month, and you get to kind of see that other people's efforts, maybe against that, were not successful. So you have also maybe a test there about like demonstrating kindness or peace, even to these people, or even to people who have once been against you, to have more of a overarching transcendence. And yes, you are really shining by the end of the month, Aquarius. I think that getting to this point where Saturn is going direct in your sign, getting to this point where you are really wielding that power, because whenever Saturn goes through your sign, okay, your sun sign especially, it's not an easy transit at all, okay? It's one of the hardest transits that you can have, but it's also one of the most empowering. In fact, over the next 30 years of your life, okay, it takes Saturn 30 years to go around the sun, you will look back to this period of time as a series of events that really gave you maybe 30 years worth of momentum, or 30 years worth of even stability or strength. So if you do have doubts, Aquarius, if you don't understand why you're doing what you're doing, if you don't maybe know in complete certainty whether you want to take things really big or kind of reduce things more, try to just know that regardless of the way that you move forward, what's happening here will be a source of stability, energy, and motivation, I want to say, for a really long time. So let that comfort you now. Let's talk more about that in your extended reading, Aquarius. I will link that below and in the center of your screen. Come check out the Patreon page. It's a really nice value. You get all the extended readings, and I do weekly forecasts over there as well. So I hope that you all have a beautiful month. Let's go do that now. Talk to you soon. Bye.